I'm 65 years old now. Looking back, I see so many mistakes. Some small, some life-changing. When you're young, you think you have all the time in the world. But trust me, time moves fast. Some regrets stay with you forever. So today, I want to share 12 mistakes I've made, or mistakes my friends have made, that you should avoid if you want to live a happier and more meaningful life. If you're younger than me, take this as a gift. Don't wait until you're 65 to learn these lessons. 1. Stop waiting to be happy. When I was young, I always thought, I'll be happy when I finish school, when I get a stable job, when I buy my first house, when I retire. I was always waiting for happiness in the future, and because of that, I missed out on the joy of the present. I had a friend, Jack, who worked hard his whole life, always saying, I'll travel when I retire, I'll relax when I have enough money. But guess what? He retired at 65, and a year later, he had a stroke. His body couldn't keep up anymore. All that waiting was for nothing. If you're always chasing the next thing, you'll never enjoy the now. Happiness isn't something you find in the future, it's something you create today. 2. Learn to say no. I used to be a people pleaser. If someone needed help, I was there. If my boss asked me to work overtime, I said yes, even when I was exhausted. I thought saying yes made me a good person. But in reality, it just drained me. One of my biggest regrets was lending a big chunk of money to a distant relative. I felt guilty saying no, so I gave it to him. He never paid me back. Instead, he made me feel like I was the bad guy for bringing it up. That's when I learned. Some people will take advantage of you if you let them. Learning to say no isn't selfish. It's necessary. Protect your time, your energy, and your peace. 3. Don't hide your love. I once loved a woman deeply. We met when we were young, and she was everything I wanted. But I was afraid. Afraid of rejection, afraid of ruining the friendship, afraid of commitment. So I never told her how I felt. Years later I saw her again, and she said, "You know, I always had a feeling you liked me. Why didn't you ever say anything?" That moment hit me like a brick. If you love someone, tell them. Don't assume they know. Life is too short for unspoken feelings. 4. Let go of anger and resentment. I had a falling out with my younger brother over money. It was stupid, just a few $100s, but we were both too stubborn to apologize. Years passed, and we didn't talk. Then, one day, I got a phone call. He had passed away. I never got to say I was sorry. I never got to fix things. And now, I never will. Holding on to anger doesn't hurt the other person. It only poisons you. Let things go before it's too late. 5. Trust your gut. One of the worst business decisions I ever made was ignoring my intuition. A friend introduced me to an amazing investment opportunity. The numbers looked good, and everyone else was excited about it. But something inside me, my gut, felt off. I ignored that feeling. I invested. And 6 months later, the company disappeared, along with my money. Your intuition is smarter than you think. If something feels wrong, pay attention. It's better to walk away than to regret later. 6. Stop living in regret. For years, I regretted not choosing a different career path. I regretted not being a better father. I regretted things I didn't do more than the things I did. But here's what I've learned. Regret is useless. You can't go back and change the past. The only thing you can change is what you do today. So if you have regrets, don't just sit with them. Learn from them and do better now. 7. Don't stay stuck. I spent 15 years in a job I hated. Every day I told myself, one day I'll quit. But I never did, until I got laid off. Looking back, I wish I had left sooner. I was miserable, but I stayed because I was afraid. Afraid of change, afraid of failing, afraid of the unknown. Don't stay stuck in a situation that no longer serves you. Whether it's a job, a relationship, or a mindset, if it's holding you back, let it go. 8. Never stop learning. I've seen so many people retire and just stop. They stop reading, stop exploring, stop being curious. And you know what happens? Their world shrinks. Their minds slow down. At 65, I still take online courses, read books, and learn new things. Because the moment you stop learning, you start aging. Stay curious. Keep growing. 9. Don't lose yourself. Trying to fit in. When I was younger, I wanted to be accepted. I changed my interests, my goals, even my personality to fit what other people wanted. Biggest mistake of my life. The world doesn't need another copy of someone else. It needs you. Your thoughts, your passions, your uniqueness. Don't trade that just to be liked. 10. Don't force your expectations on your kids. I wanted my son to be a lawyer. He wanted to be a musician. We argued for years, and I pressured him into law school. He finished, but he was miserable. Eventually, he quit and followed his passion. And guess what? He's happier than ever. I realized that our children don't exist to fulfill our dreams. Let them be who they are meant to be. 11. Take care of your health before it's too late. At 40, I ate whatever I wanted, rarely exercised, and slept only a few hours a night. I thought I was invincible. Now, at 65, my knees hurt, my back aches, and I take a handful of pills every morning. Health isn't something you can buy back later. Take care of your body now, or you'll regret it later. 12. Stop wasting time on things that don't matter. When I was younger, I spent too much time worrying about what others thought of me, chasing money and holding grudges. Now, I see how much time I wasted. Focus on what really matters. Love, kindness, and the moments that make life beautiful. Because one day, you'll wake up and realize time is running out. Final thoughts. If you're younger than me, don't wait until you're 65 to learn these lessons. Be present. Love openly. Take care of your health. Learn, grow, and embrace who you are. Because one day you'll look back, and I hope you'll smile knowing you truly lived.